Kallaloo, A Caribbean Tale by David and Phillis Gershator. Lunchtime, Granny said, and my belly bawling. But her cupboard was bare. No flour on the shelf, no sugar, no salt. No money in me purse either. And no one in Market Square giving away free food, Granny said. She walked along the beach, talking to her belly. Quiet, please, she said. We need a plan. I'm going to catch fish for lunch. But the fish were sharp and watchful and not in the catch me mood. Try another plan, growled her belly. Find a shell and see what happened. Granny looked for a shell. She found a round one, a white shell with brown spots, a West Indian shell. She held the shell up to her ear and listened to it whisper, "Soup, soup, soup." Now we cooking, her belly said. That shell going to make me lunch. Yes, this shell magic, Granny agreed, and she ran off straightway to Market Square, crying, I find it! I find it! What did you find? The market ladies asked. A magic shell! It can make soup! Bring a pot of water. Set the water to boil, and I prove it. Nobody was giving anything away, but everybody liked something for nothing. So, 2 men fetched a big iron pot, and 2 women filled it with enough water to make soup for everybody in the market square. The coals got red hot, and when the water began to boil, Granny threw her shell into the pot. Show the folks what you can do, she told the shell. Make a pot of Kallaloo. Granny leaned over the bubbling water. The shell talked to Granny, and Granny talked back. What you say, shell? The soup almost ready? But you say it need a bit of salty meat to help the flavor? Granny told the people in Market Square, the soup almost ready, but the shell say it more tasty with a bit of salty meat. Ah, well, she sighed. Poor folk can't give meat away. Wait, said the lady who sold salty meat. I have a ham bone here and a bit of dry beef. And she threw the ham bone and dried beef into the pot. When the water boiled up again, Granny spoke to the shell. Is the soup ready? Not yet, you say? Bunions would help? Oh, not bunions, onions. The shell say the soup almost ready, she told everyone. It more tasty with some onions. But I know poor folk can't give onions away, the lady who sold roots said. I have an onion. It started to grow, but it's still good. And she threw not just one, but a pile of onions into the pot. Granny spoke to the shell again. It time to eat yet? What? Now what you wish for? Fish and crab, you say? That asking for the moon. Poor folk can't give fish and crab away. A fisherman fished around in his wood and wire trap. I have fresh fish here, he said, and blue crab too. Everybody helped throw the fish into the pot. Granny poked at the simmering soup and hollered, Gather round, friends. Something's cooking, and we're ready to eat. Oh no! What now? You hear that? The shell suggested spinach leaf for pretty color. But all we know poor folk can't give away green leaf vegetable. Green leaf vegetable, repeated the lady selling vegetables, and she threw some spinach and celery into the pot and a bunch of thyme and parsley too. Look at that! It's magic! Kallaloo for true! Granny said, and she tasted a spoonful. Beautiful, thick green soup, fit for lord and lady, the governor, the prime minister, even her royal majesty, the Queen of England. But then the shell started talking again. Shell, we about to eat, Granny said. What you want now? Okra, garlic, and hot pepper? Listen, Shell. Poor folk can't give away okra, garlic, and hot pepper. That not much to ask, objected a farmer from Northside. Not when the shell make a big pot of soup for everybody. I have okra and garlic right here. And the fried chicken place on the corner have some pepper. The farmer threw a bunch of okra and a dozen cloves of garlic into the pot. His daughter borrowed a pepper shaker. Granny tasted the soup once more. Shell, she said, you done yourself proud. This the best kallaloo I ever tasted. The aroma of bubbling kallaloo filled the air and drifted around the corner into the fried chicken place. The cook there came running out to see what was cooking. Granny offered her a spoonful. The cook licked her lips. That the best kallaloo I ever tasted, she said. Only one thing missing. Granny was so surprised. She yelled at the shell. Shell, you forgot something? The shell did not speak. The shell not talking, she said. Please, miss, tell me what missing. But the cook had already gone back to her stove. What's the soup missing? Repeated the people in Market Square. Fungi! And out came the cook, carrying a big bowl piled high with cornmeal fungi. You know I make the best fungi around here, she said. No seashell, even magic seashell, make better fungi than me. Everybody got a scoop of golden fungi in their soup. What a happy hullabaloo! The crowd at Market Square ate up all the free soup and cheered. Let's hear it for Granny! There's no shell like Granny Shell for making kallaloo! Granny patted her belly. It wasn't growling anymore. Now what? She asked the shell at the bottom of the pot. See, whispered the shell. The end.